the best. You got them for a rest. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on earth, the World of Outlaws.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another short track filled event here from Racing for a Cause live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I want to thank everybody for popping in and saying hello to us. We really do appreciate that. And thank you for taking a little time out of your Wednesday night to be here to watch some short track action live here from South Boston Speedway. This 0.4 of a mile track going to be the Walk For Apraxia 125 here at South Boston tonight, and we have Jeff Dillon to thank for that. Why don't we try and go ahead and dial him up, and let's get, well, let's see. I want to get Jeff Dillon in here, but he is muted. Let's see if I can wake him up here by moving him. And nothing doing. Jeff Dillon not wanting to be disturbed here tonight, so well, thank you, Jeff Dillon, for sponsoring tonight's race. You got your top 10 in points right on the screen. It's Brian Hacker, Jeff Dillon, Justin Rigsby, Al Smith Jr., J-Mac Jr., Colin Allman, Rex Hoyle, A.J. Hamill, Kevin Dillon, and Jeff Stiles. Again, your top 10 in points coming into tonight, and we are starting the second half of the season here tonight. And it is going to be a good one. 125 laps live here at South Boston. I am your host, Chris Legue, and, well, joining me very soon will be my good friend, Rick Hammond Jr. I had to step away for just a moment as we get ready to bring all the action here from South Boston. Ooh, look at that. Got some rollies here during practice. We have had our drivers meeting already, so that has been taken care of. And we've got a bunch of drivers out there. If everybody starts this race right now, we have 23 drivers set and ready to take the green flag. We've got a couple of drivers that have, well, they've lent me their faces for the evening. Number one, it is going to be Al Smith Jr. He is the driver of the number 96. And the other driver is Zach Coyer. I would bring you on, but he's adjusting his camera. I want to make sure he looks right. And Zach, yeah, you're looking good enough, buddy. That's as good as we can do here on the Turn 3. Look, Bush. Oh, Bush. That looks like a cold beer, Zach. So Zach Coyer, Al Smith Jr., we're going to be along for the ride here with them tonight. Again, the number 96, Al Smith Jr., currently being scored 4th quickest here in South Boston. And Zach Coyer, the number 13, currently being scored 9th quickest. Action getting ready to go here in just over 3 minutes. And again, I do want to thank Al Smith Jr., Zach Coyer for joining us. It definitely does add to the broadcast. We're going to show you what it's like to be these guys. The Racecast app. Oh, yeah, in Google Play, yeah. Hey, Derek, thank you very much. It's a good plug, and you are certainly correct. We are all over that place. Guys, while we're waiting for Rick to come back, I got a little commercial I got to run. We will be right back. And that should just about do it for Well, for what I have to run for commercials tonight, and I want to thank everybody once again for coming on out. We are still waiting for Rick to join us here tonight. I'm pretty sure he's going to be here soon. Meanwhile, we have a full field plus here at South Boston. These guys at Racing for a Cause have had no problem with people showing up on Wednesday nights, and it is great to see. Again, 23 drivers, so long as everybody takes a turn on the track. We may have one that came in that may not be driving. We're going to have to figure that one out here in just a little bit. Bill Martin, the man on the hot seat, he is last week's winner. He's going to be starting in 10th place tonight. Top 10 finishers from last week get inverted. So Martin, by his win last week, going to be 10th starter here tonight. From what I understand, from what I've been told, Al Smith really loves this track. And so far, a 4th place on the speed charts. It might be proving that out a little bit. Al Smith, during practice, he was full of smiles. You could see him laughing. Now the focus is starting to come in just a little bit here for Al, as he knows the race is going to be starting here very soon. Less than 1 minute to go before we take the command to start the engines and get this thing underway. Let's take a peek around the track here and peek in on some of these paint jobs. Jeff Dillon in the number 52 tonight. Jamie Mack. J. Mack Jr. number 81. Jeff Stiles. Michael Fravert. Fravert's going on inverted there. Oh, we are kicking over. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the command to start the race is going to be coming on here very soon. I've got to minimize that. It was bothering me. Sorry. All right. It is time to get this party started here. And so we have to kick on the grid music. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the number 99 Attitude Esports Zone, Justin Rigsby. To his outside, it's going to be the number 52 of Jeff Dillon. Starting inside row number 2, Smith Racing Inc.'s own number 11, Brian Hacker. Kevin Dillon in his number 26, going to be starting to his outside. Bill Martin, Dr. Noise Racing, going to be starting in 5th position. Al Smith Jr. going to be starting in 6th. AJ Rogers in his number 17, going to be starting in 7th spot. Mark Fravert in the 44, going to be starting 8th. Justin Smith going to be starting in 9th position in his number 45. The 81 of Jimmy McIntyre Jr. out of Misfits Motorsports, going to be starting top 10. In 11th spot, it's going to be Wayne McDuff III with his number 1. In 12th spot, it's going to be the 85 Attitude Esports Jeff Stiles. Rob Lytle going to be starting his 80 in 13th position. The 14th position belonging to Mike Holtzclaw in the 22. Michael Fravert going to be starting his 36 in 15th position. And to his outside, it's going to be Colin Phillip in the 53. James Somke going to be starting his 01 in 17th position. The 72 of Andy Lambert going to be starting in 18th spot. In 19th, it's going to be Rex Hoyle in the 54. Zach Coyer going to be starting in 13th spot. Dylan Blankenship in the 05 going to be starting in 21st position. 23rd belongs to Thomas Killam. And Jeffrey Clifton has shotgun on the field here tonight.
I see how it is.
Well, buddy, I didn't know you were back.
I'm back, baby.
Well, nonetheless, here we are. Green flag out.
Oh, a little bunch up there by Rigsby and Jeff Dillon in the 52. Brian Hacker right behind Rigsby right now in that inside lane, Chris. Dillon trying to find his way out of that outside lane, but right now he's kind of stuck there.
We got a far view out as we watch these cars trying to figure the whole thing out. Some drivers stuck on the outside. Jeff Dillon, the first one on the outside. Oh, we got one going around already. Looks like it might have been starting with Kevin Dillon. Let's go back and take a peek. Kevin Dillon, the 26. He's got AJ Rogers to the inside. Rogers may have gotten a little tight, got a little tap in there on the 26. Then the 26 came down, and around goes the 17. Old Beer was able to stay out of it in his 13. So all kinds of problems at the start of this one. Al Smith, you can see he's got the yellow lights blinking. And that's pretty cool. I didn't know he had one of those. And Zach Coyer, he was able to stay out of it. Enjoying a cold Busch beer. Station Shin calling for the Go 80. Rob Little. I think that's how we say it, isn't it? I don't know. We're going with it.
Yeah, it was like ladle, but not ladle. Ladle? Ladle?
Something.
Otter Rob.
Looking back from the pace car, Justin Rigsby in the 99 leading the way. Brian Hacker up one spot to restart, this time in second position. The 52, Jeff Dillon, slips back to third. Bill Martin, +1. Al Smith, +1. Mark Fravert, +2. And Jimmy McIntyre Jr. is a +3 in seventh position. Justin Smith in his number 45 up 1. Jeff Styles up 3. And Mike Holtzclaw, my goodness, up 4 spots already to get inside of the top 10. Cars are going to fold in 2 by 2. We're going to get ready to go back to the green flag.
I mean, this is a tough track to pass at, Chris. So, I mean, guys trying to make moves there. I mean, we just saw Kevin Dillon get in with AJ Rogers, causing that last caution there on lap 2, almost 3. Got a long race to go, though, fellas. Just got to get in line. Jason Shin, good to see you out there in chat. Turn 3 chat land. Welcome. Rooting on for the guy who's sitting in the 11th position right now, Chris. That's the 80 Spotter Rob, and the pace car is off.
Pace car is off. Justin Rigsby taking off. Rigsby with a great restart. Brian Hacker trying to do everything he can to hold on to that second spot. The 52 trying to get in there. Can't quite do it. And Brian Hacker finishes and holding on to that second spot. Here comes Bill Martin in the 39. Watch out for Martin. He is fast. And Bill Martin goes around the 52 on the outside. He is doing very good tonight.
Very, very good. You got clear the 52, Chris, and fell in line behind Brian Hacker in that 11 machine. Right there, you just noticed Justin Rigsby coming out high on that corner there. Got to be careful because Brian Hacker, he's just waiting for a mistake.
They had somebody, I'm not sure who it was. Maybe, boy, I didn't catch who it was. Somebody has a very unhappy car out there. And all of a sudden, my screen has gone blank. Rick, you got anything over there?
Yeah, everything's working fine here, Chris. I mean, I'm still watching Justin Rigsby lead this pack here with Brian Hacker, Bill Martin right behind him. Dillon falling back into 4th position. Al Smith Jr. rounding out that top 5 right now. And I was just trying to go through to see what you might have been seeing, but it seems like all the cars are going where they need to go. I'm on the 26 right now, sitting back here in 17th position. putting a pass on the one of James Somke.
All right. Well, while we work on this end, guys, we're going to step away for just a moment. We will be right back. All right, well, we figured it out. Something to do with iRacing, so we got it fixed, and we are back alive here. We did have a caution, Rick. Unfortunately, I didn't see what happened, so if you could just kind of describe it, please.
Yeah, basically around lap 15, Rex Hoyle was working into, I believe it was, trying to find out, he was on the backstretch, and he slowed way up there to make sure that he didn't hit the 72, and AJ Rogers in the 17 just plowed right into the back of him.
Okay. Tough night here for the 17 of AJ Rogers, as he has fallen 16 positions all the way back into 17th. Although I don't, you know what? That might not even be right. Yeah, it's not right.
What are you looking at?
Nope, never mind. I just
AJ Rogers in 17th. Yep.
Yeah. Whole scoring is now kind of messed up. That's all right. We'll do what we can. Linda, it's good to see you out there, hon. Thank you very much for stopping in. Hope you're doing okay. As the pace car lights are off, we're getting ready to go back under the green flag. And, well, I think, yeah, let's bring up Al Smith. Let's see how he does. You see him on the inside, third car back. Al Smith Jr. getting ready to restart this one, along with the 5 drivers ahead of him. Or 4 drivers ahead of him, excuse me. Math, it's a thing. Pace car is off. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag, and Justin Rigsby hits that loud pedal. And look at the focus on Al Smith's face as we are going back under green here. Brian Hacker holding on to second spot. Bill Martin blinking a little bit. The 39 machine running in third spot. Jeff Dillon falls to 4th. Jamie McIntyre Jr. in 5th spot. Al Smith gonna try and catch him. .44. That's Mark Fravert. Fravert working the inside of the 85. Jeff Stiles. Fravert looking to make a pass. The inside's the way to do it. And Fravert does clear. Back up front, it is Rigsby in that number 99. He's been fast here tonight, and he's led every single lap. Hacker right behind him. Oh, with a good look to the inside. Brian Hacker looking to the inside, going into turns 3 and 4, trying to outbrake Rigsby, and he comes out into 1 now. Oh man, they're looking to touch doors.
And they've been doing this for a couple laps, Chris, there. When you're watching the guys out back there, when you're on Fravert and stuff going through with them, Hacker was doing the same move, and he wasn't able to clear Rigsby. Bill Martin with another huge blink there, so a little scary spot for Jeff Dillon in the 52 right behind that 39, but right now the battle is for the lead with Hacker on the inside, Justin Rigsby holding that 99 up as high as he possibly can.
How long is Hacker going to be willing to fight down there, knowing he's tearing up his tires? Speaking of tires, you have what you have on the car, and that is it tonight. No tire changes allowed tonight.
You're absolutely right. One thing that Andy has done this season, Chris, no tire changes once again. So you run what you brung, and that was it. And right now, Hacker is tearing those things up. But right now, at the line, he is going to be the new race leader.
Yeah, Bill Martin trying to get there and close the door on Justin Rigsby. And Bill Martin is underneath Rigsby in the 99. He's trying to do two things here. He's trying to push the 11 and trying to stay underneath Rigsby at the same time. Rigsby now threatening. Oh, big time slip up for the 99. Here comes Jeff Dillon. Jeff Dillon now working his way underneath Rigsby and takes the third spot away. So Jeff Dillon back into the top three. Big time slip out of Justin Rigsby, costing him second and third spot. Meanwhile, we check in on Zach Coyer in the 13. He's running in the 13th spot right now, getting ready to try a pass on the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. He just has to get there. It looks like Andy Lambert underneath Holtzclaw right now. Lambert trying to complete a pass and does. And the 13, man, those rotors are glowing back there, Rick.
They definitely are, Chris. I'm looking now, right now, the biggest leader mover up since the green flag has flown here. The 72, they're sitting in 11th position. Up 7 positions with Zach Coldbeard Coyer. I've been watching him on camera, man. He looks determined. I think he put that beard a little too far away, though. But right now, Zach Coyer sitting in 12th place, up 8 positions since the drop of the green flag.
Rick, that beer's been gone for a while. Let's face it.
So. I think it's just product placement.
Yeah, that's now a warm can of beer. Caution is out. And we were just talking about him. Looks like it may be Mike Holtzclaw in the number 22. We go back. Holtzclaw takes it way wide. And, little net code there. And the 80, Rob Lidl, brings him around. Caution number 3 on the night. Brian Hacker, your race leader. Bill Martin, Jeff Dillon, Justin Rigsby, and Jimmy McIntyre Jr., your top 5. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on out. You're watching Turn 3 Racing Network, putting on the Racing for a Cause Super Late Model Series. Tonight, we have started the backslide of the season as we are working the second half here at South Boston, a little 0.4 of a mile track. And it has put on a heck of a show here so far.
It's been fun. 39 right now of 125 complete, Chris.
Knock that up to 40 as we're working them under caution.
Look at the difference on the cams, Chris, between Al Smith Jr. and Zach Coldbeard Coyer. Coyer's got his hand up. He's relaxing a little bit, doing a little chatting, looking all relaxed, checking out the camera, not waving to us. You know he's listening. He's checking his armpit hair now, make sure it's not hanging out of his shirt.
I think he was trying to throw a flex in there.
I think so, too. Maybe. And you got Al Smith. He's just kind of chilling on the wheel. They're doing his thing.
He's got a lot of tape on that steering wheel, Rick. I'm thinking that's a well-used steering wheel. Okay, Zach, this is something I can't abide by. Texting and driving.
Texting and driving.
Yeah, this is something we don't do.
That's what we do on the sim, though.
Race car lights are out. We are getting ready to go back green. Brian Hacker to the inside. Bill Martin to his outside. It is Jeff Dillon, Justin Rigsby making up row number 2. And it's Jimmy McIntyre and Al Smith Jr. row number 3. Pace car's off, and Hacker wastes no time. He is gone. He knows he's got Bill Martin behind him and he has to go. We have seen this a couple of times already this season. Bill Martin makes people have to move. Speaking of having to move, the 99, Justin Rigsby, he is on the outside. Here comes Jimmy McIntyre Jr. He's to the inside. He makes the pass, and Al Smith closes the door on the 99. Al Smith looking to try and get inside the top 5. The 96 of Al Smith Jr. puts a nose out in front of the 99. The 99 trying to fight back their door handle. The door handle going through turns 3 and 4. Now Smith with a slight edge coming onto the front stretch and across the line. Al Smith Jr., top 5 driver. Mark Fravert holding on steady, and there's number 44. Fravert running in 7th spot, with Jeff Stiles in the number 85 right behind him. Kevin Dillon holding on to 9th spot, with Justin Smith rounding out the top 10. Right behind him, it's Andy Lambert. Lambert doing a heck of a job. Oh, we got one into the wall. And that was Mark Fravert. As we are under caution, Fravert facing the wrong way on the track. Let's go back and take a peek. Oh, the 85 may have tagged him just a little bit. Fravert noses it into the wall gently. That's too bad. Fravert was having a pretty darn good race there so far. Still early on in this one, though. Working lap 49 of 125, and don't believe that damage is going to slow him down too badly. 3 drivers did not take the start of this one, so only 20 drivers to start this one. Oh, a little displeasure out there, or maybe just a little fun. You know, Martin is kind of a fun guy. He digs it.
Little short track racing.
Brian Hacker, Bill Martin, Jeff Dillon, Jimmy McIntyre Jr., Al Smith Jr., your top 5, as the 53 of Colin Phillip takes a lucky dog and gets a lap back. Gotta make the money. Yeah, Matt. We both agree.
Oh yeah, it happens, buddy.
So Justin Rigsby led a good portion of the front half of this race so far. Brian Hacker was able to get around him, as was Bill Martin. And now Martin is all over the back door of the number 11. It'll be interesting to see what kind of restart the 11 does this time. Last time, it was immediate, Rick.
Well, you know how Brian Hacker is. I mean, very good on the restarts, Chris. He's going to try to keep Bill Martin a little, guessing a little bit here tonight, I think. So I think we're gonna see it here coming up pretty quick.
A pillar to A pillars. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag, waiting for the Mustang to pull off onto pit road. It does, and Brian Hacker wastes no time once again. A good start out of the 11. This time, the 39, Bill Martin expecting it, but couldn't do a thing about it. And here comes Jeff Dillon. Dillon trying to close the gap, and does, but not before Martin able to close the door. And behind them, it's Al Smith Jr. taking over 4th spot from Jimmy McIntyre Jr. Jeff Dillon's brother, cousin, one of those. His brother, yeah, we'll call it that. The 26 is right there behind Al Smith. So Kevin Dillon gonna try and get by Jimmy McIntyre Jr. right now. Smith just holding him up just a little bit.
You got to remember too, Kevin Dillon in that 26 machine, Chris, he was involved in the first caution there, so he had to drive through pit road. So he's working his way back up through the field and doing a fabulous job here, lap 57 of 125.
Yeah, he is fast. He is fast here tonight. Watch out for Kevin Dillon. He knows how to get around these short tracks. Speaking of, how about your race leader, the 11 of Brian Hacker? And right now, I'm going to tell you, Bill Martin, I think, is the faster of the two cars, but he is just not able to find a way around the 11 right now.
He's been peaking here, you know, every couple of laps, Chris, but that's the thing. I mean, we say it all the time. It's easy, you know, it's one thing to catch the back bumper of the person in front of you, but it's another thing to make a pass. And as you see, Bill Martin, he was looking, oh, another blink on my screen there. He was looking on the outside there of Hacker. Now, we know that 39 is fast, and he can do it on the outside. That's how we got up there. But right now, Hacker is the man to beat, leading this pack around South Boston.
Brian Hacker in the 11 car goes across the start-finish line. 61 laps complete. Oh, a little bump there out of Martin, just kind of proving once again, I think Martin is the faster of the two cars, but you can have all the speed in the world, Rick. If you can't pass the guy in front of you, you're going to end up behind him.
You're absolutely right, Chris. Last time by, actually, let's wait here. See if he can do it again, because he was faster, but I didn't catch the time there. It was close. Brian Hacker with a 15.32, Bill Martin with a 15.28.
You're talking
The last lap.
4/100ths of a second differential.
Boom again. Brian Hacker with a 15.37, Bill Martin with a 15.29. We have a caution. I believe it might have been Al Smith.
Yeah, I think it was Al. Let's bring him up. We'll go back and take a peek, see what happened to the 96. Oh boy. Dillon gets into the backside of him and around he goes. Oh, Al's not going to be happy about that. You can see the disappointment in his face, Rick, as he rights the ship. Al Smith ejected from a 4th place all the way back to the tail end of the field. We go back live, lap number 66 of 125, past the halfway point.
Jeff Dillon, Chris, claimed that one, so that means he's going back to the end of the longest line, going through pit road again for a pass through.
Which Dillon?
That's Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon, yeah, okay. I thought you said Jeff.
I may have. Oh, it's Wednesday night, buddy.
That's true. And it is hump day, and I want to thank everybody for coming on out and watching us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Racing for a Cause Super Late Model Series. We're watching as Kevin Dillon goes through pit road to serve out a penalty. He got into the backside of Al Smith Jr. Smith goes around. Now, the good news for Al Smith is he is fast here tonight. The bad news is it's hard to pass.
It is. Also, I want to remind everybody, Saturday, Halloween. Sunday, we changed them clocks back. Saturday night, we changed those clocks back. And make sure you change the battery in your smoke and carbon monoxide detector spokes. Very important thing to do. All back an hour. We gain an hour, buddy.
I need it. I need it badly.
Thinking about that this weekend, too. You said you want to make soap. Are we doing it on Saturday or are we doing it on Sunday? We got nothing going on.
Sunday, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Figured out either way. Pace car is off. Brian Hacker getting another quick start here, keeping Bill Martin behind him. Chris, Jeff Dillon working that inside line. Here comes the 81 of J Mac. That's Jimmy Mack Jr. in the 81, up 6 positions so far. That Goldbeard Coyer sitting there in 6th position in that 13, Chris. He is the biggest mover, up 14 positions since the start of this thing here tonight. He's battling it out with Andy Lambert right now. Lambert also up an astounding, well, now 12. Ooh.
Yellow flag is out. And it is Kevin Dillon. Looks like Colin Phillip, Mike Holtzclaw may have all gone into that one. Let's start off with Mike Holtzclaw on the 22. Oh, the 53 gets into him. The 26 gets into the 53, and you got 3 drivers that are parking in a no parking zone. So quick cautions really are Brian Hacker's best friend here tonight, Rick, because I'm telling you, Martin, if he can get a green flag run, he's got a shot at this one.
Cautions breeding cautions, Chris. That is number 6 here so far for the night on lap. We're on lap 74 now, 125. And it looks like the 53 of Colin Phillips going to claim that one. One thing that Andy does with these guys, he allows them to claim the cautions. If they do claim it, then they have to drive through and make a pass through on pit road. If they do not claim it, it gets looked at, and then there's some point penalties throughout the season. Now, tonight is the halfway point of the season here for the fall 2020 series. So races are winding down. It's not going to be good to lose some points right now. The guys have claimed every single caution here so far. Like I said, number 6 of the night, the 53 taking his drive through.
We checked in on any damage that might be on Al Smith's car, and none to be found. It's just a little dirty. So Smith, he's already worked his way back up in the 16th spot. He's got a long way to go, Rick, and only, well, we're down to 50 laps, bud.
Yeah, it's going quick.
Holtzclaw bringing the 22 down pit road. A ton of damage on that 22 car. And the cars line up 2 by 2, getting ready to go. So far, Hacker has been able to hold on to the lead through his restart ability. We're going to watch and see when he decides to take off this time. And again, Rick, he's not wasting any time. Coming out of 4, he just mats it.
Well, you know, that's a smart thing for Brian Hacker to do, Chris, because they're in the corner, so the guy's got to be very careful. I mean, the tires have worn down. Oh, that might have been the 17.
Caution out again. And it does look like AJ Rogers may have had a piece of it. The 17 sitting in the outside lane. The 36 gets into him, and around he goes. So he had a little help from the 36 machine of Michael Fravert. Fravert's car is starting to look a little damaged. All left side damage. I like the matching paint schemes, but it does make it a little tough because now I'm thinking, did I call out the right number?
I know it's tough. So just got word from the drivers, Chris. AJ Rogers is going to claim that one. He's going to park it. He's going to be done for the night in the 17 machine.
All right, Rogers having a very tough night. Unlike him on short tracks, AJ Rogers is usually very good. I'm not going to say his name, but he's up to 6th position. He's feeling good about it. I got to say his name. Zach Coyer. You're running in 6th spot, bud. Got yourself a new
Beer
sign out
color.
there, a new car. No more Integrity Farms tonight. But the guy we're watching, our race leader, the 11 car of Brian Hacker and Bill Martin right behind him, Jeff Dillon, Jimmy McIntyre Jr., and Justin Rigsby rounding out the top 5. Then Zach Coyer, Andy Lambert, Rex Hoyle, Justin Smith, and Wayne McDuff III to round out the top 10. Caution lights are off, and it looks like we're going single file this time.
Yeah, I was just going to say, single file restart.
This single file restart really an advantage for the 11 car. Oh, he turns it left and hits the go pedal. We are back under green flag conditions. And he caught Bill Martin sleeping just a little bit there. Brian Hacker leading this one. Bill Martin, Jeff Dillon, Jimmy McIntyre Jr., Justin Rigsby. Right behind Rigsby, it's the Ford Mustang of Zach Coyer. Andy Lambert. Rex Hoyle, he's hanging on. He's got some damage, a lot of damage really to the front clip of that thing, but that Ford won't die. Rex Hoyle holds on to the 8th position. Last lap, Bill Martin threw down one of his quickest laps of the race. His fast time around this track, a 14.97. He's the only guy to make it into the 14-second bracket.
I mean, he's all over the back bumper there of Brian Hacker's number 11, Chris. Just trying to either make the RFC champ mess up just a little bit or get under his skin. But right now, Brian Hacker very smooth around the South Boston Speedway here tonight as they go into turns number 2, head down that short backstretch into 3.
Martin is
Brian
rolling
Hacker.
the center of the corner really well.
Yes, he is. Behind these two, you got the 52, Jeff Dillon sitting in 3rd with J-Mac in the 81. Inside that top 5 in 4th position, Justin Rigsby down 4 positions from the drop of the green flag, but still inside that top 5, Chris. Then we got Zach Coyer sitting there in 6th still, up 14 positions, the biggest mover so far.
Yeah, let's do something cool, Rick. Let's drop into the cockpit of Coyer.
Watch out for them beer cans that are bouncing around the cockpit.
Oh, the 99 way tight that time by Coyer with a nice line. Caution is out. Caution out. And it looks like it may have been Wayne McDuff III. Rick, I think we were just talking about him.
Sure.
Watching that 1 car. He's got the 36 to the inside. Contact made. Oh, wow. Smith comes off the wall. No real damage there. But the 1 car did a 360 right in front of a lot of drivers. Comes away from it. Back live. And again, Brian Hacker, I don't think he minds all these cautions. Rick, I think he wouldn't mind if we went caution for the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely working out for him there, Chris.
And just looking over at the cameras of the drivers, Rick, and Zach Coyer, very relaxed. Al Smith wiping the sweat from his brow as he is doing overtime work here, trying to get back into the top 10. He's just 1 spot away, sitting in 11th position.
I mean, it's totally a different Coyer than what we saw last week, Chris. He is very, very concentrated on his screen right now, getting his inputs just right, driving up in them marbles there. In case you didn't know, Zach lives here. That's cold beer.
All right, we're going to double them up one more time here tonight. Lap number 96. 97 will go back green as the pace car lights are off. And once again, it's going to be Hacker, Martin, Dillon, McIntyre Jr., and Rigsby, your top 5. Green flag is out, and the 11 wasting no time. Back on that accelerator pedal he goes. That Coyer trying to push himself down to the bottom side of the track. Knows that the 99 has the inside lane. Wants to try and follow Rigsby. Rigsby not able to do anything with it. Now goes a little high. Coyer going to take a peek. Behind them is Rex Hoyle and Andy Lambert getting it on. Lambert to the inside. Rex Hoyle to the outside in the 54. Oh boy, we got Jeff Styles going around. Jeff Styles facing the wrong way. Well, let's go back and take a peek, see if we can't figure out what happened to Styles in that 85 machine. Yeah, he was kind of working half of the bottom lane and half of the middle lane, and that didn't work. Go back one more time, as it looks like the 45, Justin Smith. I mean, to be fair, he just really didn't have a place to go. The 85's kind of being a little piggy on those lanes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. And of course, listening into race control there, the 45 of Smith has claimed that caution, so he's going to be doing his drive through here tonight.
Well, with that, our top 10 has changed once again. Hacker, Martin, Dillon, that hasn't changed. McIntyre Jr., Rigsby, that hasn't changed. Zach Coyer in 6th. That's the same. Then you got Rex Hoyle. He's up to 7th spot. Andy Lambert 8th. Al Smith Jr. has worked his way back to 9th. And Mark Fravert is in 10th position. Less than 25 laps to go here from South Boston. Once again, I got to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit the little bell notification button too, so you can tell every night when we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Every night, something a little bit different.
And he's out there trying to have fun with the drivers, Chris, telling him, listen, my piece of paper only goes up to number 10 here tonight, and we only got one left, so let's try to finish this race under green.
Hey, I gotta hit a shout out to Steve Baker, winning last night's race here for Racing for a Cause in the Throwback Series. Steve Baker looking good for a championship there. As we go back under green, and once again Brian Hacker with a good hole shot, but this time Martin gonna be battling on the outside, can't quite get there. Martin still hanging on to the outside lane. He knows he only has 21 laps to go, and Brian Hacker has got to turn it on now. Does Hacker have anything left of those tires, Rick? He was working hard earlier on the inside. Now having to do it again with Bill Martin to the outside. Nose to nose, tail to tail, or through the corners and across the start-finish line. That time by Bill Martin had the race lead with 19 laps to go.
He had the lead, Chris, but he is still battling hard there with the 11.
Oh, no! Oh, what a save! What a save from Bill Martin as the two drivers got together and we stay under green. Bill Martin gonna launch another attack here as soon as he can get to the back bumper. May not be as friendly this time.
Hacker did come over the radio, Chris, as that happened. He did apologize there, but let's see if Martin caught that at all. A lot of chatter going on out there, so it's going to be interesting to see that 39 of Martin. Very fast here tonight, Chris. I mean, I think if he could have stayed up there for another couple laps, he probably would have cleared the 11 machine.
Bill
Mac there in the 81, he's doing a good job there sitting in third.
Yeah, he was able to get around Dillon. McIntyre Jr. sitting in that third position. Hacker trying to figure out a way to finally beat Bill Martin this season. These two drivers, there's been very little separation between them all season long, tonight especially. As it looks like caution is out once again. And this time, boy, it looks like it might be Jeff Styles. Let's go back and take a peek. 85. It's tight. Oh, comes off the corner and gets into the 36. The 36 hard into the wall. That's Michael Fravert. So Styles and Fravert getting it on. As we go back live. 12 laps remaining.
That's it. Caution number 10 for the night. Andy's paper is now filled up. Andy, I'll take it over from here for you, bud. Hopefully we don't need too much more here. 12 laps left to go.
Hey, Rick.
Yes, sir.
The 13 car, Zach Coyer, running in 5th spot.
I wasn't going to mention that he broke into the top 5, but I figured he would have grabbed another beer. He's smiling right now.
The tale of two different drivers as we look in on the 96 now. Al Smith Jr., he is in the top 10, running in 10th spot, but uber focused still. And this night is...
I think Zach's falling asleep. You're in the top 5, buddy. You can't sleep yet. I think he's driving with his knee right now.
No, he's driving with his hands. He's got a wicked tilt to his head. Is he driving in VR and I can't see it?
And maybe it's one of them invisible VRs. I don't know.
Zach Coyer, good guy. We pick because we can. We can because we care.
Right.
Well, if you just,
go ahead.
If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 9 laps to go, and this one has been a barn burner. The pace car lights are off. Top 2 drivers have been battling it out for most of this race. And the last time we restarted this race, the 11 and the 39 actually made contact. Bill Martin in the 39 able to hold on to it and hold his position. Here we go, back under the green flag. Oh, Martin did not get the restart that he had last time. Bill Martin gonna try and work that outside. Not gonna get it. And, oh, he stays out. He stays to the outside lane.
Holy cow.
Bill Martin's trying. Oh man, Brian Hacker is trying to hold on to this one. Martin right on the back bumper. Meanwhile, we got a battle going for third between McIntyre Jr. and Jeff Dillon. Yellow flag is out. Oh boy. Well, let's bring him up. It looks like Al Smith Jr. Let's go back and take a peek. Kevin Dillon. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, that one started a little bit further up from there. Let's go back one more time. We're going to watch the 72 of Andy Lambert. Oh, the 26. Dillon gets into Lambert. Oh, boy. That would be the third time for the 26 if this one's pinned on him, Rick.
Yeah, I'm listening in on the chat right now just to see. Of course, I mean, this is if there's ever a time to claim your caution is when the admin himself's involved.
Yeah, no kidding. Al Smith showing those frustration signs once again. Hand was up in the air just a second ago. As he drops out of the top 10, now being scored in 16th spot. Andy Lambert able to hold on to a top 10 spot, being scored in 10th. And this one is not over yet, because Bill Martin and the 11 car are going to get to go at it one more time, Rick. And this has been a battle for the last 50 laps or so that it's been hard to kind of look away from it.
And what's going to be interesting, Chris, is going to be a single file restart.
Oh boy. That definitely will favor Brian Hacker.
Oh, maybe not. No, okay. I stand corrected. Andy wasn't sure either, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But it is double file. This is going to be interesting. Green white checker right here, boys. And ladies.
First attempt at a green white checkered. Actually, of all season. This is the first time. And Brian Hacker, he knows he's got to go, and boy does he. What a restart out of the 11 machine. Bill Martin right on the back bumper. Bill Martin was looking to the inside. He got squirrely. This time by will be white flag in the air for Brian Hacker. Hacker, Martin, McIntyre Jr. Hacker going into turns 3 and 4. On to the front stretch, checkered flag in the air to wave. Brian Hacker, your race winner. Bill Martin brings it home second. Jimmy McIntyre Jr. third. Jeff Dillon, Justin Rigsby, Rex Hoyle, your top 6. Kevin Dillon, Mark Fravert, Andy Lambert, and James Somke, your top 10. What a race to the finish. Gonna let these guys set up. We're not even gonna take a break, Rick. They never did. So let's do this. Finishing in third spot tonight, it's gonna be the number 81 of Jimmy McIntyre Jr. Jimmy, Chris and Rick up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, we got you. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, bud. This was an exciting race, man. What were you seeing out there? And did you have any inclination? Did you think at all that you had something for the top 2, or were you just hoping they'd spin each other out?
Yeah, they were putting on a heck of a show, that's for sure. They were battling it out. I mean, I was hoping that maybe I could sneak up and gain at least maybe P2, maybe even get for P1, but it's hard. These two are very good competitive racers, and I was definitely happy to get a top 3.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. But who do you have on the 81 that you need to thank tonight?
I got my wife's business, Beth's Colorful Creations. She tolerates me putting up in my hobby, so I got to give a shout out for her. And I just want to thank everybody at the RFC for putting this on, and you guys for putting on a good broadcast. All
right, bud. And it was a good time. Good to see you up in the top 3, J-Mac.
Thanks.
And that is the driver of the number 81 finishing in third spot tonight. And Rick, this is your first time. You get to talk to Bill Martin.
Yep.
I do. Bill Martin, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, come on, man. You were up a couple positions from the drop of the green flag, and you were right there at the end trying everything to find a way around Brian Hacker. But tonight, it seemed like you just couldn't do it.
Nope, not at this track. This track's tough to pass at. So as long as he just didn't massively screw up, he was pretty much good to go. The new tire makes passing a little easier, but it's still a lot like it was in the original version of the Super Late, where everything was very top dominant here. So I had the one chance, but it did not work out. Brian made sure it didn't work out.
Yeah, he made sure. Now, one thing, I'm going to tell you, I watched Brian Hacker race for multiple seasons, a few years now. And the 11 car, if he's in front of you, you really gotta make him mess up, because he won't do it on his own. Just for future reference for next week, in case it happens again.
Well, thanks.
You're
now
welcome.
You tell me.
So that's a little tip. So don't tell anybody else, but that's the tip. But man, you did a great job tonight. You were so close, man. I mean, right at the end there, I think if that caution didn't come out, I think you might have had a chance, because you were right there, man. And it's unfortunate there, but hey, you came home second. Congratulations. Anybody on the 39 you'd like to thank?
Well, I'm the only one in there, so thanks to me for showing up and racing. And I added the NARF, the National American Rights Fund, to the car, or not national, Native American.
Native American.
Native American Rights Fund to the car, since I had been driving without a cause when I should be racing with a cause. Now I've got one.
And the car looks beautiful, man.
Well, thank you.
Welcome. All right, man. So we'll see you next week. It was a hard race, and you did a great job, man. And I think next week we're going to see you up front again.
Well, hopefully there's no barrage of yellow flags, because that was not helpful. Except for the one restart. My only chance was on a restart, and it didn't work out, but it almost worked out.
Almost. It was close, buddy. Well, congratulations on coming in second once again.
Thanks, man.
And that was the driver of the number 39 tonight, Bill Martin. He did very good, but one guy did a little bit better. It's the driver of the number 11. It is Brian Hacker. Brian, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, bud, we're doing great, and you just got yourself a race win, and we got to talk about this one.
Yeah, it was something. I was definitely not the fastest car on the track, but I was the car that kept it on the yellow line the most, I think, and that was going to be good enough tonight.
Yeah, cautions tonight were definitely your best friend, except for one time, and Martin decided he was going to hang it all out on the outside lane. You guys touched, and we got word that some apologies were given on the track, and we know you better than that anyway. We know it wasn't unintentional. But definitely some close driving out there. Aside from that moment, what else were you doing to try and just win, other than keeping it to the yellow line? Was there a tactic? Was there anything else there?
I mean, I was trying not to burn it up. I wasn't pushing it as hard as I probably could have, just because I didn't want to burn the right rear off of it. This is the first time I've run this car with this tire on South Boston since the rebuild. I didn't really know how it was going to react. Normally the line moves up, and it really didn't tonight. So I mean, that just goes to show how much different it is than the previous car. But yeah, I mean, Bill was right there. I mean, he had my mirror full the entire race pretty much, and I was just doing my best to zone my mirror out and hold my line. And if he was going to pass me, it was going to be on the outside. And I apologized to him, but that was just because I didn't want him to hit me. I'm not really that sorry about it. Bill's a jerk.
I appreciate that. So finally some truth around here. Who do you got on the 11 car that you need to thank?
Well, in all seriousness, now Bill ran me clean. That was pretty fun up front for the 3 lap stints we got to run. So kudos to Bill. I'm glad I got to finally take one away from him. And look, good run for Jimmy back in third. Tough night for some other guys, but Beagle Freedom Project as always. Rescue Ranch, Narrative Coffee, Carbon Junction, the guys at Smith Racing Inc. I know it was a rough night for a lot of them, and Andy for doing this. He'll probably be up till 2 in the morning reviewing this one, and you guys for sitting through the yellows tonight. It was a pretty rough one, but hopefully the Miller Lights kept you company.
Tonight, no. It's funny. I didn't drink a thing
It was
tonight.
good.
I had a Diet Coke.
Well, that was a poor decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. It probably would have helped, but nonetheless, a hell of a night here for you tonight, Brian, and congratulations on getting that race win finally, really, over Bill Martin.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, bud. That's the driver of the number 11, bringing it home in first place tonight. Gonna burn it down one more time. The 11 car of Brian Hacker, your race winner. It's been 125 laps here at South Boston, and we are finally done. A few cautions, too many, but well, that happens in short track racing, Rick.
It does, and yeah, I mean, all in all, Chris, I think it was a good race there. I mean, yeah, cautions came out, and cautions breed cautions, but guys got it figured out. We had a good run to the end, and congratulations once again to Brian Hacker, Bill Martin, Jimmy McIntyre, finally getting into the top 3 there for McIntyre. He's had kind of a rough season, but the halfway point seemed to work out for him tonight.
Absolutely, sure did. All right, guys, that is going to do it from us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Make sure to tune in every single night. We've got something going on here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tune in this Sunday night. We've got Blazing Pedals. And then again next Wednesday, more short track action. Curtis, until then, we will see you next time.